But anyways, without further ado, it's time for the PixelPlay 3 of 2025. So last year, Kaylan's in order from 3 to 1 was Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, Helldivers 2, and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Chris was Balatro, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, and Astrobot. And then mine, it was the Holy Gosh Darn, and then Chris's runner-up in Jin and Chris Classic this year, Metaphor ReFantazio, and Until Then. So we're going to go in order from third and then work our way up.
I thought for a moment, I was looking at him like, I never played Until Then. Don't put words in my mouth. That was my number 3.
Just make it, yeah.
Because I'm dumb. I was reading this way.
But anyways, Kaylan, what is your number 3?
So my number 3 is Avowed. Talked about it. Dark Horse kind of game that came around. I was playing it and just kind of got sucked into it. I like the role-playing aspects, the choices, the map size is absolutely perfect. Enough that you can go around and do side quests, but it doesn't feel cumbersome and overwhelming. I think that small, like doing 4 small maps is much better than doing like the one massive open world. This is my number 3, just so you know.
Yep, I know. I got it.
Just confirming.
I got it.
But yeah, I liked it. I thought like didn't overstay its welcome. It was really well done. I liked it.
All right, Chris, what's yours?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This was a really tough year for me with choosing.
It was. I had 7 10 out of 10s to go through this year.
Yeah, I had a lot. And there was, especially with third place, this is the one that really a lot were fighting for because there's a lot of good games. But I ended up, all 3 of them, I pretty much went like, if I could go play 3 games right now from the year and keep playing them, what would it be? And the one that hit third place for me in that thinking was Ball Pit or Ball X Pit. I
Loves
could pick
the game
it up
so
right
much, still doesn't know what it's called.
I don't know if you pronounce the X or not. Is it Ball Pit?
No, it's Ball times Pit.
Is it Ball times Pit?
You do division, then multiplication.
No, I know how math works. I'm literally a math major. But like, do you say the X? Is it, or is it just like
Ball X Pit?
Yeah, okay, Ball X Pit. Because I've heard people say Ball Pit, and it's like, no, the X is just an image, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know. But yeah, Ball X Pit. It's just. It's so addicting. And even with Mega Bonk and all these other kind of like addicting kind of games, this is the one that I kind of just want to start from the beginning again because I finished it all. I've 100%ed it. And like now going in, there's no fun. But I kind of want to just like rebuy it. It's like $15 and go through the whole thing again. Like I just want to do it.
Yeah. Man, to put Hades 2 at 3 is such a crazy thing to me in retrospect because the amount of time I sunk into this game. And that's despite the fact that the game kept going out of its way to being like, I know you just want to get the ending now. I don't care. You're going to do another run. And I'm like, yeah, that's okay. I do actually kind of still enjoy doing this. So it's fine. Whatever. The fact that I put like so many hours into a game that was just essentially the same loop over and over and over again, I think it was like maybe 60 hours or so. Man, like I don't know what I was missing by not playing the original one, and I probably will have to go back. Maybe that's my
It was my game. It was my game of the year, like when it came out.
Yeah. So who knows? But yeah, I couldn't believe how much I missed out by not playing the original, and thank God that I got around to it this time around because, good Lord, I had way too much fun playing this game.
I'm gonna put it as like your homework to play the original because this is on my like backlog for this year is to play Hades 2. So like, I'd like you to play Hades 1 and like let's like compare notes when we get to this time next year.
I'm sure I'll get around to it at some point.
Yeah, Hades 1 is so good. Played it on my Switch before the Steam Deck even existed.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this in my Portal.
Kaylan, what's your silver?
My number 2, we've talked about it, just it being pure adrenaline, fun gameplay straight into the veins. Doom Dark Ages. I mean, you can pick that game up and put it in and play it anytime you want, and you're not going to have a bad time.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
Not at all. It's just pure adrenaline.
Yeah.
It's the music, too.
And like
it's just
all the weapons are good. Like none of the weapons are cumbersome or annoying. The progression and level up is just amazing. Like it's just so good. And you get to fight in a giant mech suit now, like
and ride a dragon.
Right?
And your
the dragon kind of sucks.
Captain
The dragon kind of sucks a little bit.
The dragon does kind of suck. I'm not going to lie. I've done that part.
Yeah.
But your chainsaw Captain America, it's crazy.
Right? Like it's so good. Like and I honestly
your heavy metal Kung Lao.
My weapon of choice like I was just out interviewing people on the street and my microphone was a double like barrel shotgun. It was just great.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite weapon's actually the shield in it. Like I love the concept. If they had gotten rid of guns, which don't do that, it's a Doom game, but for any reason there was a level where you could only just kill people with the shield, and maybe they added a couple more mechanics to the shield.
They just give you like a giant, like a mace.
They did do that. Oh no, it was like yeah. Didn't they give you a mace or the thing with the chain?
Just only sort of melee stuff. Like
yeah.
just give you a giant battle axe or something.
All I was doing is I was just going and shield bashing people and then just blowing them with a shotgun. It was great.
A level where you have dual shields and you can throw them and the chainsaws and that's what I want.
Yeah, such a good game.
Doom the Dark Shield.
All right, modders, get on it.
Modders, yeah. Actually, maybe they will. So my number 2 is one that completely shocked me. Was not expecting it. I knew I would like it. It's not like I bought this game thinking I wouldn't like it. But the fact that I loved this so much, Shinobi Art of Vengeance, like I think about this game all the time. It's so good. Oh my god. It's just like the perfect game. Like it's just where you play the game. It's a game. It's not all about the story and it's not all that. It's like an old school game where like there's a story. There's music. There's like obviously a chosen art style, but you only notice that at first until you start playing it, and then it's the gameplay that fully takes over your entire experience. This is one of those few games where, like, again, you can go back into levels and unlock stuff later. I did everything. I went in and did every level 100% because I didn't want to stop playing, which ends up unlocking like a super secret boss at the end and all this extra stuff. I 100%ed this game because I wanted to, not because I actually felt compelled like all the collectibles in The Last of Us or something. Like I genuinely wanted to find and do everything in this game because just the gameplay of doing so was so addicting and fun. So yeah, it hit number 2 for me.
Nice.
So it was a real tough decision through the last month or so after I played this game, because I've always said the rule is if you can make me cry, you have a pretty good shot of being the number 1, and that was true for Goodnight Universe, but it didn't quite edge out the number 1, which I'll talk about shortly. But man, did it come close, because a game that felt pretty innocuous about you just playing like the role of you're essentially just, it's first person baby simulator, and you're thinking, oh, this will be kind of adorable and wholesome, and then by the end of the game it'd be like, why are you guys trying to make me cry for the 3rd time? Stop!
Nope. Can't touch this.
I think you would like this game a lot.
I know I would. I've seen a little bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's real good. But Chris has to play a Space for the Unbound first before he gets into another game that might make him cry.
I have a fun little exercise. I'm just throwing it out there. I want us to each guess whatever game of the years are.
That's not fair. You guys know mine.
I was going to say, we know yours. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need to play this.
Oh, clearly, based off of Kaylan's, what he's done so far, it's clearly Mario Kart World.
The dark horse, the real dark horse.
I mean, I'm assuming it's Ghost of Yote.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I have to guess Kaylan's number 1, I'm going Yote.
Interesting.
No. Sorry, Assassin's Creed Shadows. You like that more
it's
than
one of
Yote.
the two. I just can't figure which one.
It is the year of the ninja here. 2025 market as the year of the samurai ninja. And yeah, I went back and forth as to which one was the better choice. But I think it ends up being Assassin's Creed Shadows. I think Ghost of Yote, while good, didn't deviate a lot from Tsushima, and I think that Tsushima is actually slightly better. It has a slightly better story. I think I like the combat better. I think Shadows is way more impressive in what they did in that you can play as either a samurai or a shinobi, and the characters are both really interesting. Both options are viable options, and I felt like Yote didn't quite commit to either one, whether you're a true samurai or a true ninja, and they both felt half-assed. Shadows both felt fully fleshed out, and both, like, you felt like a ninja. Like, you're crawling in the night, climbing anything, walking along rooftops, dropping down, stabbing someone, smoke bombing, getting out of there, diving in water, using a bamboo stick as a snorkel. Like, you felt like a true ninja there, and I think the world was, while empty, was really cool in how it used like the weather system and like the 4 seasons, and like the whole world would change, right? Like there was icicles, and like you could like use that to sort of instigate and like trigger people to do things. I thought the base clearing was really cool, and going into like the fortresses and trying to kill like the daimyos was really interesting. So for me, this is one of, if not, no, it's probably not the best Assassin's Creed, but this is probably, if not the best Assassin's Creed, then the second best one, only after Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like such a return for Assassin's Creed in my opinion. This one, it's so good compared to so many of the Assassin's Creeds leading up to it. Like it's so good.
Yeah, and the characters are really good. Like both of them. Like I preferred Naue, but Yasuke was also really cool and interesting, and just an interesting perspective of having like a black samurai and everything. I know there's like the whole everyone's like, oh, diversity and stuff. It was actually really cool and like based on, if not a historical fact, like a historical legend, which I thought was really neat. So really cool that way.
Yeah, I thought that too.
And Chris, I'm guessing that you chose Balatro's Friends of Jimbo as Game of the Year for 2025.
I almost thought about making that joke. I have a better joke.
Can I? Can I choose that? I didn't know I could choose DLC for Balacho.
I mean, it worked for like Shadows of the Erd Tree. Why not?
Les Mis, yeah, it's totally.
I'm helping the friendship. Let's be real. This joke's actually more for me because that's what I would have called me playing Expedition 33.
God, you really hated that ending. Yeah, no, for me it is Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. This game, and I'm very biased in this. It's my favorite genre. It's a return to turn-based that, yes, it has existed, but the thing is the only JRPGs that have done turn-based and done it well have been anime or retro. There hasn't been that slightly more realistic or deep, more serious tone, like the Final Fantasy VIIs and stuff, Final Fantasy IXs and stuff. It still had its tropes, but, like we haven't had one of those since like 20 years. Where, yes, we've got Persona, we've got Trails, we've got Metaphor, and then, of course, we've got Sea of Stars, Chained Echoes, all that kind of stuff. But again, none of them hit in that same serious tone that I was really craving.
Well, that's because Square Enix doesn't know how to make a JRPG.
Square is, no. And I think that's why when people are like, this is the new Final Fantasy, to me, that's what I mean if I were to say that. This replaces Final Fantasy, not in the sense it's the best and only turn-based JRPG. This replaces Final Fantasy in the same tone and kind of ish, not same setting, but you know what I mean. Like the same
same graphic design.
Graphic design, slightly serious tone, and all that kind of stuff. But it hit in that. I love the Europe, like the French kind of music and architecture and all that kind of stuff. It's got the different voice actors in it, with like Andy Serkis and stuff like that. But of course, it's got my guy Ben Starr, who's like my favorite voice actor, like by far. I love that guy. But yeah, it's just like it's the perfect storm of all the things that I love in video games being put into one. Like, again, when I say like the French Tim Burton look of the game, like I actually mean that like lovingly, because I love Tim Burton films and like while this didn't look necessarily like Tim Burton, it still hit in a similar fashion, where it's almost like a French take on it and stuff like that. Like this just hit so well for me in everything. Is it perfect? No, there's still some things I would change, but it's so close to perfect that, yeah, this year nothing could touch it. Just nothing.
And, the only thing that was able to beat out a really well-crafted story was a game that just, I couldn't understand why I liked it so much to begin with, and then B, couldn't understand why I couldn't stop playing it. And Blueprints just gets that in spades, where it's a game that the longer you play it, the more that you realize you're stuck with it and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Despite how bad you are at it, despite how much you think you understand it and you don't. It's a game that every time I thought about like, okay, what's going to be my game of the year this year? I'm like, well, Blueprints is going to be one of the is up there. There's no question. It's a matter of can anybody touch it? And I think most of the year was that. And I really did spend a lot of back and forth. Keep Driving is really good to start with, but again, there's only so much that a roguelite that's about a road trip. It's more of a chill game. Like it's a 10 out of 10 chill game, but like there's only so far that can take you. Whereas, Dispatch had a really good chance to come at the end, but it still is. Its gameplay loop isn't that great. It's more the visual novel story aspect of it that really kills it. And even same deal stories from Soul the Gun Dog, like really good visual novel, but there's not a whole lot of game to really like sink your teeth into. The only exception that I had to make clear of, and Chris, you might be wondering why I never brought it up, the Trails in the Sky remake, I didn't count because I don't feel that a remake that is pretty much a full recreation of the original whereas, say, the Final Fantasy VII Remake was kind of a complete retelling of it. I didn't feel comfortable giving Trails in the Sky any chance at an award because I felt like it would just be giving a Jin and Chris Classic award a bunch of awards just because it got a nice fresh coat of paint. I probably would have put it as my number one had I not done that, but I wanted to give some newer stuff the chance to do that. So, and in the end, Blueprints was that shining example of a game that was an experience I'd never felt before and one that I will not soon forget.
Yeah. That's the same reason I didn't say Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered or whatever in any award. Like, it's not new.
I'm still kind of annoyed that one won for Best RPG because I'm like, but it's not a new game.
Yeah. It's not a new game, yeah. Yeah, I wanted to throw it as like number 3 in here or something like that, and it's like, no, it's not even a new game. So yeah, and Blueprint's amazing, addicting. It was my runner-up for 3, and Ball Pit won just out of the obsession of the gameplay loop. It beat it by like a hair.
And I mean, it's a great list that we've compiled all together because it pretty much encapsulates almost every single part of the gamosphere.
Yeah.
Really.
God, I love our award show. This is so much better than the Game Awards.
I am surprised that Dispatch got shunned from Adam as much as it did.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I tried really hard to find a spot for it, and every time I kept bringing it up, he'd be like, but this game was really good, and it just kept losing the coin toss.
It did get the coffee date.
It did. That was an important award for Courtney.
Yep.
And then, Chris will come back next year when he plays it and goes, Adam, what's wrong with you?
Because I'm going to like somebody else in it?
No, it's because you're going to be like, why the hell was this not in your top 3?
Oh.
I will say, like, the one reason that I think would made it easy for me to be comfortable with keeping Dispatch out is because it's Telltale games again. So it's not like it was unique.
Fair.
Whereas the 3 games that I did put up there were very unique.
Very.
So that's kind of where my logic was. Like, I've played a game like Dispatch before.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's a really good version of those games, though.